Yeah, Rich, it really was. Not only were both Kogut and Whittemore's parents crying throughout the entire court appearance, but when Whittemore was brought in for the appearance, Kogut's mother began sobbing uncontrollably. She actually had to be held up by other members of her family. And pretty much the only person who wasn't showing emotion was Whittemore himself. Since he was arrested last month, he's actually grown a facial beard. He looks much more scruffy and unclean than he did back then, and he didn't show any kind of emotion or acknowledge his family at all during the appearance today.
We're from the Victorian village on the Erie Canal, and we woke up one morning to a murder.
The murder of Alexandra Kogut has left her family, friends, and classmates at the College of Brockport shocked and heartbroken.
This is a tragedy that I can't even begin to imagine.
The Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley says she has a strong case against 21-year-old Clayton Whittemore. According to court paperwork, Whittemore admitted to killing Kogut. In statements, Whittemore told a jail deputy, "She started pushing me and yelling at me, so I pushed her back against the wall to get her to stop. She wouldn't stop pushing me, so I started punching her and just snapped. I kept hitting her over and over with my fists." Whittemore continued saying, quote, "Her breathing sounded bad, like there was blood or something blocking her breathing. I didn't want the girl I loved to suffer, so I started beating her with the curling iron until the noise stopped." Whittemore told the deputy that he left the room knowing she was dead. Then he told the deputy, quote, "I wasn't even drunk, I just snapped." Dorley couldn't comment much on the statements because they're in evidence, but says they do speak to how brutal the murder was. And Dorley says she plans on taking this to trial.
In speaking with the family, at this point I can say for certain there will not be a plea deal in this case. Mr. Whittemore is charged with 1 count of murder in the 2nd degree. The sentencing range, if convicted on that charge, would range anywhere from 15 to life to 25 to life. As I spoke briefly with the family, we're in a position now where we would not offer anything less than the maximum of 25 to life.
Kogut's family wore purple while they came to court today. Not only was it Alex's favorite color, but also the color of domestic violence awareness. Her death has served as a wake-up call for many on the dangers of abuse.
This is a case where clearly it sets an example, or it shows everyone that no matter where you are, this can happen to you. You could be a victim of domestic violence. You know, Shirley, she went away to college. She was excited about her boyfriend visiting her for the weekend, and it ends in a tragedy.
Whittemore's lawyers chose not to comment on camera today, but off camera they did tell me that they just received some paperwork and they need to review it before they make any comment on camera. Whittemore is expected to be back in court December 18th. Rich?
So no plea deal being considered. Has a trial date been set?
Yep, a trial date has been set for March 18th of next year, but the district attorney says that will most likely be pushed back because of all the steps that need to happen before then. And right now, Whittemore is being held without bail. His attorney chose not to make an argument for a bail to be set today.
Amanda Shivari outside the Hall of Justice tonight.